plays a very important role in these revolutions. Facebook has been the ultimate platform of protest.
Facebook has made it possible. And I think without Facebook, there would be no revolution.
I do think that without it, I don't think we would have seen these protests, these revolts.
At the start of the year 2011, the sun has raised on angry nations in many countries in the Middle East and North Africa. Many nations started a revolution and still uprising on their current-rooted and corrupted regimes seeking change and democracy. The Tunisian or Yassmine revolution began on December 17 after Mohamed Bouazizi, a 26-year-old Tunisian man, set himself on a fire in front of a local municipal office. His suicidal act urged the Tunisian people to revolt and make their voices very loud. Following the Yassmine revolution in Tunisia, Egyptian activists organized a demonstration on January 25 to protest the emergency law, unemployment, poverty, and Hosni Mubarak's government. The Tunisian and Egyptian revolutions, which managed to bring down the regime, inspired other countries in the Arab world. People went out the streets calling for change, justice, and aspiring for a better life. They sacrificed their lives defending their rights and liberty by all means. They all stand up against corruption. One word they all share: change. To investigate people's reaction towards the Arab revolutions, I went out the street and asked some of them the same question. Are you for or against the Arab revolutions?
I guess I'm for. Why? Because we see what makes Europe, as an example, very successful. It's those revolutions in the Middle Ages. So I guess I'm for. Yeah.
I am definitely for the Arab revolutions that are taking place now because people need change and they demand change. And it looks like it's the only way they can get change.
As far as my favorite friends are to the revolution, I am also for it. If they truly want freedom and change, then I want it for them.
Okay? No.
Je suis contre ici parce que ما عنده ثمن هكا.
أنا ما مع حتى شي واحد، ما معهم ما ضدهم.
مع الثورة، لحقاش إلا لاحظنا في الثورة هي كاين التغيير. إذا لاحظنا في مصر أو في تونس أو في ليبيا أو في إيران أو في سوريا، الثورة يعني الشباب هما اللي يحاولوا يديروا التغيير. فاهمين؟ دونك هنا غادي نكون مع الثورة 100%.
I am with the Arab Revolution because I believe in change, and the Arab world has been forever like silenced, and they were not given their rights. So of course I'm with the Arab Revolution.
No, I'm against the Arab revolutions because I'm totally against the politics first. And why youngsters make revolutions? Our politics and our government are good, very good, and our king too is good, and everything in our country is perfect. So why? I don't think so that we have to make revolutions here in Morocco.
متفقين معها. في المغرب بطريقة قضاء على الفساد في المغرب، لا تغيير النظام.
هو التغيير مزيان. الثورة سلمية راه مزيانة، يكون فيها لا قتال ولا هادي ولا هادي.
The evolving and powerful role of internet and Facebook in particular in the Arab revolutions is quite remarkable. To extend the discussion on Facebook and Arab uprising, I opted for interviewing 5 young people who are interested in this topic. Driss Zian is a teacher of English. Jalal Bunwara is a teacher of English and a civil society activist. Yusuf Ben Iyad is a Facebook activist. Salma Zerrouki is a baccalaureate student. interviewer is a PhD candidate in politics from Brandeis University.
Polls that were conducted by Pew Research Center.
What do you use Facebook for?
I use it for some social activities and to keep in touch with friends.
I use Facebook to get information. I use Facebook to talk to my friends. I use Facebook to know other friends. I use Facebook to study. I use Facebook to discuss with others. I use Facebook to talk to authors and professors and other people. I use Facebook to be a positive human being who can talk, who can study, who can discuss with others, and this is very important.
استخدم الفيسبوك للتعبير عن آرائي السياسية وأيضا يعني كتتعلق بالمجتمع. أي حاجة كانت في المجتمع ولا ما تقدرش يعني تهضر عليها ربما في كسمته في الصحف على يعني تواجه بمقص الرقيق، سواء مثلا في الجرائد اللي كسمته يواجهك رئيس التحرير بأنه ما يقدرش ينشر لك شي حاجة، وما تقدرش مثلا تنتقد مثلا بزاف د الحوايج ما تمكنكش لا وسائل الإعلام ولا أي منبر آخر يقدر يخليك تعبر كما يخليك الفيسبوك. أن الفيسبوك كتنشأ صفحة وكتعبر عن جميع الآراء ديالك بحرية.
Well, I use Facebook for many reasons and purposes. First, because I'm a teacher and Facebook helps me to communicate with my students outside the classroom, which is a very good thing. Second, I have almost all my friends on Facebook, and I think it's a very good place to meet and discuss things that we cannot discuss in reality. Third, there are friends that I can't see, and Facebook joins us there.
Do you think Facebook is a reliable source to disseminate news and information?
ماشي 100%، يمكن تلقاي بعض المرات معلومات اللي هي صحيحة وبعض المرات الغلطة وكتبقى غير نسبة موشوش فيها.
الفيسبوك ليس موقع إخباري، هو موقع اجتماعي ويقدم صفحات لمستخدمين، ودوك المستخدمين هما اللي ممكن يديروا بعض الصفحات اللي ممكن ربما تقدم أخبار وهذا، ولكن باش يقدم الفيسبوك يعني يقدم لك يعني مادة خبرية ولا شي حاجة لا يمكن، لأنه هو نتا أصحاب الموقع ما قالوش بأنه موقع إخباري. كاين مثلا الجزيرة والعربية وضعت بعض وضعت الصفحات ديالها داخل هذا الموقع الاجتماعي باش تقترب شريحة كبيرة من المجتمعات في المجتمع العربي باش يتابعوا يعني واخا غير بعض الأشياء من الأخبار ديالها باش يتابعوا التفاصيل في الشاشة. ولكن أيضا في كسميتو مثلا في الثورات ولا كانت هناك شبكة رصد ما لحد الآن أنا شخصيا لم أعرف يعني شكون اللي موراها ولكن شبكة رصد ولا كانت كتقدم أخبار يعني أخبار عاجلة وذات مصداقية وكسميتو يعني كانت كتأكد تلك الأخبار في قنوات لها مصداقية.
Yes, I think it is. So I don't watch most news channels on TV because I don't trust them. And I think Facebook is a very, very trustworthy source of information. And I have followed the Tunisian and Egyptian revolutions, and I have seen how a video which was taken by a civilian could be circulating rapidly. And when I see or read an article or watch a video, I think it seems that it's real, and I can trust it.
Does Facebook play a role in the Arab revolutions?
Yes, Facebook plays a very important role in these revolutions. Facebook has been the ultimate platform of protest. And if you look realistically in the world, when someone has a problem, the first place they go to express their discontent is Facebook first, because it's very easy to do. All they do is they put a status, and if people like it, so it's going to become some sort of a group. And if they devote so much time to this topic, maybe it's going to become larger. And when you have a big enough group of people, for example, if you have a big or a 30,000 people group in Morocco saying one thing, so it's like you have 20,000 people in the street demonstrating and protesting, and it's a very, very good thing. And you know that the media likes to have the focus of proof. Of course, it doesn't change things overnight, but the media likes to know that there is a movement, that there is a citizen movement.
I think Facebook has made it possible. And I think without Facebook, there would be no revolution. Facebook is a place where the elite of society in the Arab world meets, talk, discuss, interact, and start talking about politics. In the time that political parties in Arab world are not able to invite young people in their locations and talk and give them the opportunity to talk and discuss politics, Facebook has made this possible. And people on Facebook started talking to each other, discussing problems of society, discussing the politics, discussing things that are of much importance. And then the outcome of this, the results of this, is this idea of revolution. Revolution in the Arab world started from Facebook.
كنظن بان الفيسبوك كان عنده واحد الدور فعال في الثورات بحكم انك كتلقى شخص واحد كتكون عنده فكره، عنده واحد الموقف، كيأسس جروب، كينضموا له مجموعه من الاشخاص، كيأيدوه فيها، كيأسسوا كيخصوا واحد اليوم بانه يخرجوا للشارع يعبروا على الرأي ديالهم. يعني هو جزء لا يتجزأ من الثورات العربيه.
الفيسبوك يعني ماشي لا أوضاع. الفيسبوك هو من فجر الثورات العربية، سواء لا يمكن للاثنان أن يتناقشا في هذا الأمر، لأن الفيسبوك أصبح يخيف الأنظمة العربية. حتى بعض مثلا إسرائيل ولا تخشى من الفيسبوك. مثلا عندما نرى على الفيسبوك مثلا الانتفاضة ديال الدعوة إلى الانتفاضة الثالثة في إسرائيل، يعني ككيان ولا كتدعو إدارة الفيسبوك باش تمحي تحذف هذه الصفحة هذه. يعني الفيسبوك ما ولاش كيخوف الأنظمة العربية ولا كيخوف الجميع. وفي الفيسبوك فيه يعني اكتسب الشباب العربي يعني الشباب العربي على الخصوص اكتسبوا واحد التجربة كبيرة في سميتو يعني في المناقشات السياسية، ولاو يعني اكتسبوا واحد الجرأة أيضا باش يعبروا على بزاف د الحوايج، بزاف على الطابوات اللي ما كانوش يقدروا يعبروا عليها يعني في أماكن أخرى.
I think to a very large extent, but in other words, the complaints and the grievances were already there. It was a matter of now articulating them, publicizing them, and in a way that would give the younger population who was already on Facebook a chance to see that there were others like them. So yeah, I think to a very large extent. I don't think it was enough to bring out all the people, but I do think that without it, I don't think we would have seen these protests, these revolts.
What is the impact of Facebook on the political life in the Arab world?
أصبح الفيسبوك جزء لا يتجزأ من الحياة السياسية، وهو بحد ذاته رجع كسياسة كتداول ما بين الناس.
I tell you the truth, that because of what Facebook has done, talking about change, politicians in Morocco, in Egypt, in all countries have registered in Facebook. If you talk about ministers, they have Facebook. In Morocco, the minister Belkhayat, the minister of sports and youth, he has an account on Facebook. The minister of industry, he has an account. The minister of that, the MP, all politicians now they have accounts on Facebook. This means what? This means that Facebook now is an opportunity for politicians to talk with people, to tell them about their programs and political parties and political organizations, and this is fine. Facebook now is kind of a location that is not open from 8 to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Facebook is a kind of a location that is open all the time, in all hours, in all countries, in all cities of the world.
It certainly gives people a freedom, a forum of expression, a free expression that in some places didn't exist before. But it is also a sort of separate reality. I mean, it is a kind of virtual space out there. So you know, it's and that's why I think that it's not ultimately enough of an explanation for why these revolts took place, you know, in the way that they did. But it certainly does offer a place for people to freely express themselves. So that's very important.
What are the main causes behind the Arab revolutions?
الشعوب دائما عندما تصل إلى درجة من الإذلال تنتفض، والشعب العربي كأي شعب يعني عندما وصل به الأمر إلى الحضيض عبر عن سخطه بثورات انطلقت من الفيسبوك، والحاكم العربي أذل، والأنظمة الدكتاتورية والشمولية بالغت وزادت يعني صبت الملح على الجرح الغائر اللي سببته للشعوب العربية، وكان لابد أن تنتفض.
كنظن ما كانوا هاد الثورات حتى كانت مجموعة ديال الأسباب وراءها، سياسية، اجتماعية، اقتصادية، كالبطالة، الفساد ديال الحكم، مجموعة ديال الأسباب.
Maybe highlight a few causes. And for one thing, we know that demographics are very important. So there's a large youth population in a lot of these countries that are graduating from universities, for example, and they're not able to find work. And so this has, I think, bred a lot of frustration on the part of the younger generation vis-a-vis the state, vis-a-vis the regime, because they were promised certain things and then they're not finding a livelihood. So there's this youth bulge that people talk about that's very important. I think also the role of the social media and the social networking was very important, because it gave young Arabs who might otherwise not have gone into the streets the awareness that there were others out there like them who were also frustrated and who wanted to organize and protest, and so there was a breakdown in the fear of the regimes, which was very important.